Hey guys, it's Techo Freak here, and welcome to episode 44 of my custom story creation tutorial for Amnesia Rebirth. And today we're going to be talking about simple main menus. So there's another way we can do main menus. It's a bit more advanced, but today we're going to be talking about the simple version, which is pretty much just showing a picture of that we want to show at the main menu, and then playing like maybe some music and just kind of showing you guys how the whole process of setting up the main menu kind of goes. So that's what we'll be doing today, and then we'll be talking about a more advanced version of a main menu in the next episode. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and open up our level editor here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a brand new map. So I'm going to do File, New. I'm going to start a new map here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to leave it completely blank, and we're just going to go ahead and save it. So we're going to do Save As. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a folder for it. I have one here already created, but I'm just going to go ahead and delete this one here, and we'll create a new one. So we'll hit the plus right here. We'll call it main menu. And again, this is inside of our custom stories folder. If we back up, I can show you guys that. That's the wake. That's my custom story folder. And in the maps folder, that's where I created this main menu file. So I'm going to call the map main menu. And I'm going to go ahead and save it in this main menu folder that we just created. So there it goes. Now we have our main menu map created. If we go ahead and open up to the mods folder, here's my mods folder. We should have the main menu folder. And when you save the map, it does generate automatically a script file that we can use. And we will be using it. So just a note. Before we start messing around with the script file or anything, there's some a lot of folder changes. There's not going to be too much scripting in today's episode. It's going to be mostly just copying some folders and like editing some graphics, and showing you guys how you could edit some of the graphics and stuff. So let's talk about how we're going to do that. So first thing we want to do before we do anything else, let's go ahead and go into our config file here, and we're going to go into our main init folder here. And what you should make sure you have is this section, this part right here. I will provide all the code or any like lines of things you have to write in a link in the description. So just so you know, this is what you have to have here. Make sure that the folder points to your custom stories folder and your maps folder. So mine is called my custom story folder is called the wake here. So I have the wake right here. And then we point to the maps folder right here. And that's the folder. And then make sure that you put the position that it's going to start at. This doesn't really matter so much right now because our map is just empty. So this really doesn't matter so much. And this will be more important for when we talk about the more advanced main menus in the next episode. But just for today's episode, this is irrelevant right now. But you can go ahead and include it here just for preparation if you're going to do a more advanced main menu. But other than that, yeah, this should be the name of your main menu map, and just make sure it's in this context here. So just make sure you copy that, put this in correctly. Make sure this is the name of your main menu. Like I created one called main menu already, so that's already matching. And make sure that's here. So make sure you save that up. And then now let's move on to talk about some of the other folders that we're going to have to copy here into our custom stories folder. So a lot of these things we're going to grab straight from the devs files and put into our custom story folder. So what we want to do is we've created this graphics folder beforehand when we talked about sketchbooks. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and create this graphics folder here. Create this graphics folder. And then also create this script folder here. So you're going to create a folder called graphics, and you're going to create a folder called script. And then once you create those, you want to go ahead and open up this resources.cfg file. I have mine opening with Notepad. And make sure you put those folders in your resources here. Remember, your resources file tells the game these are folders that should be loaded in with my custom stories, because I'm going to need files from this from these folders. So make sure you load these in when you load up the game. So for that reason, we add these lines exactly the way you see it here. So directory path equals, and then quotation / graphics, and then add subdirs equals quotation marks true. This will make sure that every folder inside of your folder is also read, not just the first layer of folders or files. So make sure you have that set to true. And again, you're going to create the entries for both. And again, I will include any lines you guys need to enter in the description. And you guys can go ahead and copy those to paste into yours if you need be. But this should be here. So now that we have those two folders created, our graphics folder, our script folder, and we've added it to the resources, we can go ahead and start copying some things from the devs now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Amnesia Rebirth root directory here. First thing we're going to do is let's go ahead and go into graphics here. In the past, we've gone in here and I think we've peeked inside of the sketchbook folder just to see some of the pictures and stuff that they have here. But today we want this start menu folder here, and this one has everything related to the background. As you can see here, you can see everything related to the background here. They got like the ultra wide here, the light rays that play. So this is all the main menu stuff right here. They also have stuff for like the pre-menu here. So this is like the logos that it plays. So if you wanted to change any of these, you could also change some of these. And then, yeah, the start menu and stuff, Amnesia Rebirth, you could remove the Rebirth and put the name of your custom story. I actually did this for mine, and I will show you what it looks like in a moment. But yeah, this is good stuff to mess around with here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a copy of this. So we're going to go ahead and hit copy here, and we're going to copy this over to our mod folder, and it's going to go in that graphics folder. So I'm just going to paste it right here, and it will just merge with the graphics folder here that I already have. So it's going to go ahead and paste here. Or actually, I copied way too much. I didn't need to copy all that. Actually, let's cancel that. I just need the start menu folder here. So let me go back to the graphics folder here. Let's copy the start menu folder here, and that's going inside of the graphics folder here. So there it goes, and there's our start menu folder. And now, by default, when Amnesia Rebirth loads up your custom story, it will look for these files in your custom storage folder, especially if you have it added to resources. It will look for the background, for example, when it's looking for the main menu files. And if it finds files in your custom storage folder like these with the exact same names, it will go ahead and load them up and use them. If it can't find it, it'll just go ahead and use the one that it has by default in its root directory. So if we make any changes to these, they will apply to our main menu in the game. So that's really good stuff. So we can start editing these and putting whatever we want. But before we do that, we got to just do some other stuff first. So let's back up a few steps here. Back up to the root directory. So now let's talk about the script folder. So the main menu has a script associated with it that tells the main menu how to behave, how to display things, how it works, and everything like that. So we need to go ahead and put a main menu script in here, or a main menu script in here. We're going to copy the ones from the developers. And all they do is just show images and stuff, and they have other things that it does too. And we can edit it to get some custom behavior too, but it is a bit more advanced than just the simple scripting back here. So that won't be a topic of today's episode. We're just gonna use it to kind of have our simple map kind of show, our simple main menu show. So let's go ahead and go back to the root directory of Amnesia Rebirth here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go into the script folder here, or that's Dell Sounds, into the script folder here. We're going to go into modules, or custom, sorry. We're going to go into custom, and then we're going to go into modules. And then there should be one called the menu handler HPS right here. So what we want to do is we want to copy this. We actually want to copy this all the way into this folder here, the folder path. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back. We're going to go into our mod folders again. We're going to go into script. I already have a custom folder here from something I was working on previously. You probably will have nothing since you just created it. So you're going to do new folder, and you're going to go ahead and create a folder called custom. Then you'll do the new folder again in here, and you're going to call it modules. And then in here, and this should be all lowercase, and in here you're going to paste that menu handler that we just copied. So now we have a copy of the devs menu handler here, and it will go ahead and execute it for our custom story folder here. So if you do make any changes to the way the main menu works in this script file, it will go ahead and apply to your custom stories main menu. So, but again, we're not going to mess around too much with the scripting inside of here, at least not just yet. And just going to use it the way that developers scripted it. So we're going to go back now. We're going to go back to the root directory here, and that pretty much does it for everything we needed to copy over to our custom stories folder here. What we're going to do now is go ahead and open up that script file that we made for our map inside of our main menu map. The script file that was generated, we're going to go ahead and add it to our custom store, our CodeLight application back here, so we can edit it. So the way we do that, we're going to right click on the name of your project here. You're going to hit import files from directory. I'm going to go ahead and click map here, and it's going to rescan this folder for any new updates. And we did have an update. We created a new map, so we need to make sure we add it. And we did this in the first episode where we set this up. Remember to have star.lang, star.cfg, and star.hps here. The only one important here is the .star.hps. But you should have this, but just double check that you have this in your extensions to import. If not, go ahead and put a comma star.hps at the end here. And then we're going to go ahead and hit OK as long as we only have the maps folder checked. And now if we go in here and we go under maps, we can go ahead and see our main menu folder right here. And that has our main menu script file here that we just looked at right here. So now we have it. What we're going to do here is do a little bit of cleanup. We're not going to be doing too much scripting inside of this main menu script file. So I'm not going to keep too much of these comments and stuff that we got around here, just to keep it very clean. And I'm planning on sharing this file with you guys as well, for you guys to access and mess around with. So let's go ahead and clear all of this junk here. Remember, these are comments. They don't actually execute anything. So we're just going to go ahead and just kind of clean everything out here. We're going to clear all of this inside of setup, and we're just going to leave it blank like this. We'll go ahead and clear all of this here. We'll clear all of this, and again I will provide you with this file in the completed file once we finish putting in all the code for it, so you guys can just copy and paste it if you'd like. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and follow along here. I'm just removing all these comments. For me, they're the yellow color, but whatever color it is for you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and just keep doing this. On death, we don't plan on the player dying here inside of the main menu, so we really don't need this line. We also don't plan on the player being killed in our main menu, so we'll go ahead and actually clear those out of there, since we don't need those. Again, there's no respawning because the player's not going to die in our main menu, so we're going to clear that, and we'll go ahead and clear this one. We'll leave the on action. We'll clear this one here. We'll remove this whole draw debug output here, and then I think that pretty much does it. We just got to clear out all this junk at the end here. And that's pretty much it. So we got a nice clean script file here. Nothing extra here that we don't need. Just the bare necessities for creating this main menu here. The only functions we really need is on enter and on start. Technically, we could really just get rid of all of these, but you can do some more changes here in the main menu script file here. So you can edit this if you'd like. But again, for today's episode, we just need the on enter and the on leave functions right here. So now let's talk about what we're gonna do here in these two functions here. So first thing we want to do is we're gonna go ahead and clear this game autosave here, and make sure we have our lines open because we're gonna type in some code here. Before we do get into that though, we do need to put in some includes up here. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to wipe all of these, and I'm going to go ahead and copy the same ones from the developer's main menu here and paste them in, because these have a lot of what we want here. And the important ones here are really the bottom three here: the input handler, the IMGUI options, and the helper menu script right here. Those are the three important ones here. So you probably could just add these, but I just added every single one that they use here. And again, I'm going to share the script file, so you guys will have it available to look at or copy it if need be. So now let's go ahead and talk about what we want to type in here. So first thing I want to do is go ahead and disable the player's crosshair. So we're going to go ahead and do player show crosshair icons, and we're just going to set this to false. So that will go ahead and disable the player's crosshair. And now to mirror this, when they leave, we want to re-enable the player's crosshair so that when they load into the game, their crosshairs come back. So when they leave the main menu, we want to go ahead and enable their crosshairs. So we're going to say true here. So false and then true for on leave. And then next thing we want to do is on enter. After we disable the crosshair, what we want to do is show the main menu. So we're going to do main menu underscore show, this one right here. And we do want to show it, so we want to say true and close that out with a semicolon. And that will go ahead and show the main menu. So now we have the main menu showing. We're disabling the crosshairs. Now this is the opportunity for you to play any custom main menu music if you'd like to play it, or any sounds, anything. This will all execute kind of like any map. Really, what the developers are doing for their main menu, they're loading you into a map and then putting graphics of the main menu on your screen, and you don't actually see your own gameplay. You just see the main menu load in over your player. So it's actually a map that you're loading into when you go into the main menu, but they just put pictures and stuff in front of it to make it look like a main menu. So that's slightly deceiving, but pretty clever on their end. So what we're going to do is play some music here. So I have this track inside of my custom stories folder that we've used in the past. So under music, I have AMB1. It's just some generic ambience music. And we're going to go ahead and play that one here. So we shouldn't hear the dev's music. We should hear our music. So to play music, we're going to say music underscore, and we're going to say play. And if you haven't seen the episode on music just yet, I would highly encourage you guys to check it out. You don't need to. I'll show you guys how we're going to do this and explain it. But if you haven't already done so, that's episode 22. We talked about playing music, so make sure you guys check that one out if you haven't done so already. And what we're going to do is put the name of our track here, amb1.ogg. It's a file type OGG. We want it to play at full volume, so we'll do 1.0f. Then this is whether or not we want the music to loop, and we do want it to loop. It is the main menu, so we don't want the music to ever stop. We just want it to keep going until the player selects an option. So we're going to put true. And then the music priority, this should be background music. So we're going to do E music prio BG AMB, which is background ambience music. And go ahead and close that out with a semicolon. And now on the leave part, we want to do the same thing. We want to go ahead and play and stop the music. We're going to do the opposite. So we're going to say music underscore stop. And then fade time. Let's fade it away in about 3 seconds. So the music will fade away in about 3 seconds. And then we want to go ahead and specify what track we want to stop. So we want to stop the background ambience music. So that's BGAMB, and we'll put the semicolon there. So we're playing it as background music, and we're stopping all the background music here when the player leaves the main menu. So and it will fade away in 3 seconds. So that's all the scripting we're really doing today. I'm doing no more scripting than that really. This should all execute once we load into that main menu map. So let's go ahead now and go back to our mod folder here. And now what I want to show you guys are the graphics here again. We're going to mess around with these, or I went the wrong way here, start menu here. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and load up the game and kind of test this out. I'll go ahead and start it now. We're gonna go ahead and load the game and just test it out. What should happen? It should just load into what seems to be like the regular Amnesia main menu, but really we're loading into our main menu. But I want to have a game loaded here so we can start poking around and I can show you guys how we can load into our main menus and stuff. So of course I'm loading here into the game. Yeah, I'm doing some weird stuff here, but don't worry about that. We're gonna hit escape. We're gonna hit F1 here. That will bring up the debug toolbar. And then what we can do now is go ahead and hit load map. And what we're gonna do is go into mods. We're gonna go into the wake, and we're gonna go into maps, main menu, and this will be our main menu file here. We're gonna go ahead and click it. And now when we hit F1, we're gonna end up right here in our main menu. So this looks just like the Rebirth main menu, but this is actually not the Amnesia Rebirth main menu. This is actually your main menu with all those graphics you have in your folder. If you do like new game or whatever, it'll ask you for the game mode or whatever. We'll just do original, and we'll start it, and it will just take us to our main custom story, start our regular custom story. So here we are, we're right back where we started. It started our custom story, and that's fine, but of course we want to have our own custom graphics. So let's go ahead and talk about how we can do that. So let's go ahead and go into here. So again, these are the graphics for the game here. So what I want you guys to notice is that there's two folders here. There's some with the pictures right here, and then there's some ultra wide ones. I believe these only load when you have like an older monitor or something. I actually don't even know if these are being used, to be honest. I'm pretty sure it's showing the ultra wide images here to the player. So the only ones we really got to edit are these ultra wide images here, along with the light rays here, and these animated, like the animated fog here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just kind of mess around with one of these here and kind of see what happens. So let's go ahead and again, I use the GIMP editor. So we're gonna go ahead and open this picture up with GIMP. So again, here's the picture. That's the background of Rebirth. So we're gonna right click it, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit open with, and I'm gonna do GIMP, and it's gonna go ahead and open up this image with GIMP. Again, GIMP is a free open source image editing application, so you guys can feel free to download that. We've been using it through our custom story tutorials for a while now, so you guys can use it. And here's our background. So I'm just gonna make some random changes to this. I'm gonna put like let's not do the transparent one. Let's do a pen or something. So let's just put like LOL or something like that. Something silly and kind of random here. So now we made the changes to it, and I'm going to go ahead and fit file, and I'm going to do overwrite menu bguw background.png. So I'm just going to overwrite the same image that we just edited here. Of course, you can export it yourself, but it should have this exact name, and it should be a .png file. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that. And now we've done it, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with this one too. We're going to say open with GIMP, and we're going to open this one, and then we're going to, I don't know, let's do something silly here as well. Let's go ahead and just like draw a smiley face on this book or something. So there's a smiley face on that book, and let's go ahead and hit overwrite as well here. So we're going to overwrite the existing file. So now we overwrite it. If we refresh here, or we could probably back it up and come in, you can see that the changes have been made. We open this up, you see the LOL here, and you see the smiley face on the book. So now let's go ahead and open up our our game again here, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna hit F1, we're gonna load map, and we're gonna load main menu here again. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And there it is. There's our custom story. You can see the LOL is back there. We got like the smiley face right here. So we got our custom main menu going already. So what we're gonna do now is we can actually keep loading it from here. So we're gonna Alt Tab here, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but also the music playing is our music as well that we chose to play. So that lets you play your kind of music, like any kind of music you wanted to play in the main menu. And now what I'm going to do is, kind of copy some that I've already made for my custom story. And I'll just show you guys what those look like. So let's go back here. I'm going to take a few steps back here to the mods folder here, and I think I have a folder called backup. Yep. So I have start menu, the wake, and I'll go ahead and show you the ultra wide images. So as you can see, I made all of these transparent right here. As you can see, they're just black because there's no image on there. It's actually transparent. It's not black, because I don't want those objects to appear in the game, in the main menu. And the only thing I really want to be seen is this. And as you can see, I did the same thing, LOL, back here. But all I did was kind of put the image of my custom story right here. This is the bottom of the stairs in my custom story. So I just kind of took a screenshot and kind of just slapped it right here on top of the existing one here. They should have noticed, but if you wanted to be a bit more, a bit better about it, you can go ahead and make sure it reaches across and everything. But for now, that's perfectly fine. That's what we want. And then these as well are just transparent, the light rays. And these just kind of had some random files here. So this one doesn't matter so much. I will provide you guys with a download with just the transparent backgrounds if you guys need it. I will show you that now so you guys can see it. So I think I have it in here. Yeah, I have it right here. So yeah, these are just like the transparent versions of the pictures here. So this would just produce like a blank main menu. There'd be nothing here. And you guys can go ahead and edit these however you want, put whatever images you want. So I'll share this one along with everything else I had to share today. That includes the script file for the main menu and stuff. I would include all of that. So now that I've showed you guys that, let's copy over my assets. My assets here. So in mods and in backup here, I also in the title, I changed that title right here to the wake. You can see that here. I'll open it up. You can see Amnesia, the wake. I kind of just erased the existing words here in GIMP and then just kind of wrote in some custom font the name of my custom story here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to back up here and I'm just going to copy these two folders here. I didn't change anything else here. Of course, you guys can mess around with these however you want, but I'm just going to copy those two folders right there, the ones that I've edited. And again, this is not anything you guys have to do. This is just the images I have for my custom story. And I'm going to go into the start menu folder. I'm going to go ahead and paste, and I'm going to go ahead and replace all the files that I got. So now I have all the files overridden here. This includes my custom background, all the transparent backgrounds here, and all it should really show is, and I disabled the light rays as well. So all it should show is just my picture right here, and for the title, it'll show my Amnesia the Wake image right here. So let's go ahead and now load into it now that I've copied my own ones. So let's go ahead and go here. And it actually updated right away. I didn't actually even know that it did that, but look at that. Updated right away. If it doesn't refresh right away, and you can hit F1 and you can hit load map and you can load it up again. But there it is. That's my picture. I showed you guys what it looked like in the editor. Outside of these bounds, it would look kind of silly, but of course I fit it perfectly to frame on the image, and it looks perfectly fine here. I left the fog here, so you can see it still has the fog here. Or I don't have the right names on the folder. I'll show you guys that here. In the folder in BG animated, that's the one that has the fog. I don't have the right files here, or I do with the right names here. So it'll just use this fog effect. I kind of like the way this fog effect looks, so I just kind of left it. Yeah, that's pretty much all it is to a simple main menu. There's our picture. You guys can go crazy and edit all the logos and everything. You can see it says Amnesia the Wake. It's playing our ambience music. It's all done, and you guys can take it from there. If you do a new game and everything, you'll get the whole menu here, and you hit start, and then it'll do the same thing we did before and just kind of load up into our game the way that it loaded up when we were using their main menu file still. So with that, guys, that pretty much does it for the episode today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this is a highly asked for video, and I'm finally glad I could get to it. Next episode, we'll talk a little bit more about advanced main menus, where we can kind of do a bit of an animated intro to the game. We will talk about that next time. If there's anything else you guys want to see, let me know. Remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and leave a comment if you have anything to say. Have a good one, guys. Bye.